Hey guys, good morning. It's Friday and that means it's workshop day, and today we have a very special workshop. It's the workshop Alternative Light Sources. Now you all know that you can use strobes for photography, right? And strobes are really cool. But sometimes you don't have the budget for strobes or you want something else. And that's where this workshop is totally aimed up. We're gonna use tungsten lighting, we're gonna use LED panels, we're going to use a little bit of smoke, a little bit of set, a little bit of everything. But most of all we're going to show that without the use of any strobes and very low budget stuff, you can create amazing images. Now of course the LED panels are not really budget, but they're an alternative light source. But before I start the workshop at 10, I actually had to do something else. I'm going to show you that now. Now it happens a lot that I'm asked to do guest blogs or whatever, and with all due respect, I don't have a lot of time left besides all the stuff that I do. So normally I don't do a lot of guest blogs, but in the case of, well, people that support us like X-Rite or Ellingrom, I always make exceptions. And of course you can do a small blog post, but I decided, you know what, if it's about color, let's do it a little bit more thorough. So I started writing this morning at around 8:15 and it's now about 9:44. And I just finished, and it's a whole walkthrough about how color works, what color can do for you, and most of all about calibrations and why, for example, movies use color for evoked emotions and why photography doesn't. So I think it's a really interesting piece, and of course we created a Dropbox version for it. Let me see, X-Rite, and we did a lot of images also to go with the article. As you can see here, for example, I used this to show you that if you calibrate your workflow, you can create something like a normal image with just a bare strobe, and by just adding a green gel you can create something like this, and that's just by knowing what color does and how you can use it in gels. So I think it's a very interesting piece and you will see it online very soon. Okay, now I have to go to the students because we start our workshop with a Q&A, and I think the first ones are already here. It's a small group today, only 2 people, so it's gonna be a real intense one. Okay, some of the props, masks, and here we have Ingrid, our model, and we have 1 blue light on the back, constant lighting, and 1 strobe on that side. Now we weren't planning on using strobes, but one of my students got sick. And now we only have 1 student, so it's a one-on-one workshop, and that's because that's why we changed the workshop a little bit to more creative use of lighting, because that's more fitting for my student. So. And adding some magic with smoke. And actually one of the results you can see on the big monitor here. Okay, now we added a little bit of extra move by adding a mask. As you can see in this shot, it really creates a totally different look. Okay, here we have some of the images we shot with the chandelier. Now of course there's a lot of technical explanation during a workshop, like how we mix the lighting, what we do with styling. So you get a pretty good idea what we do. We love to find the extremes. Okay, another setup with a strip light and a grid. And our beautiful model Ingrid, of course. Look at her face, beautiful face. Saves a lot of Photoshop time. Just kidding. And of course during the workshop you get a lot of explanation about mixing those light sources and what's behind the story. But for that you have to follow a workshop. And this is just a behind the scenes video, of course. So we don't want to give away too much. Okay, and of course one of the most important shots, the color checker from X-Rite, to make sure that we have proper color and of course a profile in Lightroom. Or of course we can do color balance in Capture One. Okay, final setup for today. Purple gel, our model, our student, and snoot with grid aimed at our model. Okay, I'm now retouching the final image, and I will show you the images that we shot today in a moment. So for you guys that will be the next scene, to show you what you can do in one workshop, and actually all the retouching is also done. So you don't need to spend a lot of time behind Photoshop, just make sure that you shoot everything correctly. Okay guys, as promised, some of the end results. This was actually from the first set. We used a lot of smoke here and some continuous lighting and 2 strobes. Same setup. And same setup, just different angles. Okay, this was the second setup. This was very quickly in between, and online the images look way better, of course. I love this one. This was just actually where she put her hair up, and I just love the shot, so I took it from a lower angle. This is high angle, aim down. And this is actually a wide angle, very close to the continuous lighting. And yes, that can get very hot. Here we have some motion in the hairs. Love this. Really cool shots. Higher angle, up, down, and again that motion in the hair, that really complements the image for me. So really nice. Well, if I can say for my own work, of course that it's nice, but you know what I mean. Very enthusiastic about this series. And we did this one very quick in between, and as a final shot this one, a little bit more fun. Just having a little bit of fun with expression, and actually the idea was to explain light in light. As you can see here, we have a spot on the model, and we actually have a purplish bluish light around the model. So it's a nice setup, and it explains a lot of theory. Now that's the thing about the workshops, you know. You do shoot a lot of these images. Actually this is all done during one workshop, so we do a lot of stuff. But it's mostly that I explain how you can work towards this. I did all the styling together with Ingrid and our student in this. And the fun thing about the workshops is we always try to give a lot of attention to coaching, styling, storytelling, and not just about putting light sources there and letting people copy those light sources, because that's very simple. So that's what I always try to do in a workshop. So if you want to visit one of the workshops, make sure to check out our website. Okay, now what you didn't see in between is that Anouk and Steffi actually already packed all our gear for tomorrow, because tomorrow we have a location workshop, Urbex, in a big old power plant. That's going to be awesome. But because there's a lot of traffic problems in that area, what we're actually going to do is we're going to leave in about, I think, an hour. I'm going to take a shower and then we're going to leave. And we use the RV to camp overnight there, very close to the location. So tomorrow I'm really fresh when I get up, and I can do the workshop. So if we wouldn't be doing that, we could stay home tonight, and then tomorrow morning at around 5 o'clock I would have to get up, pack everything in the RV, and then drive to the location, because it's about a 2-hour drive from here, and with the traffic it's there over there, well, you never know. So you have to be there very, very early. So I would prefer to just drive there tonight, sleep, and then just do the workshop in the morning very, very fresh. So join us and see where we end up tonight. And then I'm gonna upload this episode, of course, for you guys. Okay, on our way to the location for tomorrow. And of course, first our night stay. Okay guys, we arrived at the location for tomorrow. This is the Dongencentrale. It's an old power plant that's half empty now. So tomorrow we're gonna do the Urbex workshop here. So I wanted to see the location so we know where we have to be tomorrow. And now we're gonna go to the RV spot where we will spend the night. So close to the location, so that tomorrow I'm totally fresh for the workshop. Okay, we arrived at our location. A lot of RVs. And this is just a normal parking place. But it's okay for tonight. It's only one night. And tomorrow we have the workshop. And of course, we're gonna show you guys that during Behind the Closed Doors. So enjoy also tomorrow's episode. You don't want to miss that one.